Oh, hi. Welcome to Meadow Springs Public Library. Can I help you with something? Oh, you did? Okay. When did you call? Alright, let me just put your name in the system. And I believe these books I have right here are yours. Can you spell your last name for me? Okay. Okay, Paige, hold on 1 second. I'm just waiting for it to come up. Yep, I have your name right here. Let me just grab you a form to fill out. Okay, here's a form I just need you to fill out. I just need you to print your name, first and last, home address, phone number, email, and then I just need a copy of your driver's license. And while you do that, I am just going to make sure that we have all the correct books you asked for. Let's see, 1, 2. Yep, I think they're all here. Okay, thank you. So, why don't I go through the books with you that you ordered, and I'll explain a little bit about them, and then we can check out and you can go home with them. Alright, the first book that you requested was Shout Down the Moon by Lisa Tucker, and this one is about a girl who is raising her baby alone, and she's in a band with all guys, and one hot summer day her baby's father comes back into town. And this one we had on special order. It's a little bit beat up because it has been checked out quite a few times, but I mean all the pages are intact, and it's a really good book from what I've heard. So that was the first one that you requested, and I'll put that one right down here. And the second one you asked for was Where the Heart Is by Billy Letts. And this was actually an excellent pick because it was from Oprah's Book Club. And I'm sure you know that there is actually a movie called Where the Heart Is about the girl who has her baby in a Walmart. But I actually heard, Paige, that the book is better than the movie. So I'm sure that you will really, really enjoy the book. And in most cases, the book usually is better. It's quite long. It's a lot longer than Shout Down the Moon. It's 376 pages. So this one, most of our readers usually need to check out for a longer amount of time, and you can do that online on your computer at home. We have our library linked up with the system, and you can renew books and DVDs online. Oh, you did? Okay. Well, why don't we go through the books first, and then I'll go ahead and I will pull up the DVDs you requested as well. Okay, great. The third book, Page, I believe, were 2 more Billy Letts books, correct? The same author of Where the Heart Is. This one is Shoot the Moon, and it's a lovely hard copy. Again, this one is extremely, extremely long. And I believe this one was about the missing boy. Now, I don't want you to get Shoot the Moon confused with Shout Down the Moon. 2 completely different books, but They're both by Billy Letts, Where the Heart Is and Shoot the Moon. And this one's really, really nice because, like I said, it's lovely paperback, so, it's nice and thick, and like I said, it's got a little bit of wear and tear on it because it has been checked out so many times, but that just means that it's a good book, that's all. So, this was your second Billy Letts book. And the third Billy Letts book is actually, you are the first person to check it out. It doesn't have any wear and tear on it, and it is also by Billy Letts, called Made in the USA. Again, it's a lovely hardcover, and this book, I actually read it. It is probably one of my favorites. The only one that we didn't have in was The Honk and the Holler, also by Billy Letts. But I think for your reading pleasure, these will keep you occupied for some time. So we have these 3 books by Billy Letts. These 3 that you requested. And we have our Shout Down the Moon. And let me just see. Where is the other book? You just ordered the 2, right? Of these, the 50 Shades of Grey and the 50 Shades Darker. As you can see on the side of these books, this is book 1, this is book 2. We do not have the 3rd one in. That is checked out. But I'm glad that you got these when you did, because there has been talk that the library might not be carrying these anymore. Just because of, a bit of the content in it. And although it's nothing too crazy, we just don't want any young readers coming in. But what I will tell you about the 50 Shades trilogy is that after the first one, it almost turns into a bit of a love story. So it's not as in-depth as most of our women readers like. But, like I said, we just have these 2. And because you're taking home so many, I'm sure that the 3rd one, which is 50 Shades of Freed, will be in when you're ready. And I believe you have another Oprah's Book Club, and this one is a big one. It is by Joyce Carol Oates, and it is called We Were the Mulvaneys. This is also a movie. It's a movie that was featured on Lifetime, and this one's pretty long. This one is about a family that is torn apart by an event that, nobody can get past. And it's really heart-wrenching. But this book was one of my favorites. Again, the book was better than the movie, but the movie was a good movie. So, we have quite the collection here for you. And the last one that you requested was, let me make sure I remember now. Yes, this one, The Giver by Lois Lowry. And this was a Newbery Prize medal, as you can see right there. And this book is a smaller book. It's not, that long, but this book was actually one of my favorites. I read it to some of our middle schoolers in our book club time that we have once a week here, and they all really loved it. Now, the nice thing, Paige, about this book is that you can be an adult and read this book too. It's really good. This was definitely one of my favorites, and you can tell by the gold prize, the Newbery Prize medal. that it's a good book, and that speaks for itself. So I know that was one. And also, you ordered some DVDs, correct? Okay, let me just put that in the system. And you got them under, obviously, the same last name, right? Okay. All right. Yep. Okay, they're right over there on the other shelf. I'm just going to grab them. I'll be right back, okay? Okay. Well, Paige, I will tell you, you picked some great movies. And I can tell from looking at your selective choices that you are an 80s fan. So we'll go through the DVDs. The first one that you ordered was Some Kind of Wonderful. Classic 80s movie. Absolutely one of my favorites. I adore this movie. And you haven't seen any of these, correct? Well, this one was definitely one of my top faves of the 80s. Typical love story of the not-so-popular boy and the popular girl, and the girl who's in love with the boy. They're already friends, but I won't give it away. So this was definitely one of my favorites. Another one of my faves, this one hasn't even been opened yet. We'll open it before you go, though, is Mannequin and Mannequin 2 on the Move. I will say that both are very good movies. The same actors and actresses that play the main characters, though, don't play in the first and second one. But this was definitely one of my favorite 80s movies. Actually, no, this was in the 90s, I believe. Like 1990 it came out. So technically it's not an 80s movie, but the second one, because this is a 2-disc DVD, Mannequin 2 on the Move, was one of my all-time favorites. So I really, really liked these movies, and I think you will too. Another classic 80s movie with some big movie stars, Immediate Family, with Glenn Close, James Woods, and Mary Stuart Masterson. Also Kevin Dillon, who, yes, is the brother of Matt Dillon. And this movie is one of my all-time favorites. It's about a couple who tries desperately to have a baby, and unfortunately they can't. So they have to adopt, and it is just such a good movie. You're definitely going to cry. It's a bit of a tearjerker, but it's a great, great movie. The last two DVDs that you ordered, again, I can't really choose. They're kind of all my favorites, for keeps. And this is about a teenage couple who has a baby. And usually in the 80s, like when this movie took place, it wasn't as heard of teen pregnancies. I mean, it happened, but it wasn't as common as it is today. And, you know, it's just a young teenage couple trying to struggle to raise their baby. But great, great movie. They're very, very in love. They're high school sweethearts, so typical, you know, 80s movie, but it's a great, great storyline. I think you'll like it. Okay. And the last DVD page that you chose was also one of my favorites, you guessed it, and it's Just One of the Guys. Most people love this 80s movie. Most men love it because, as you can see, she shows a little something something at the end of the movie. So there's a little bit of nudity in it, but obviously you're over 18, so you can rent it out from the library. This is a very good 80s movie. It's about a girl who desperately wants to be a journalist, a writer, and basically in the 80s, women didn't have a lot of the options that we have today. So she decides to go to another school as a boy by cutting off all her hair, dressing like a boy, to prove that she can write just as good as the boys can. And it's a very, very good 80s movie. It's funny too. You'll like it. But that was your picks for the DVDs and the books. I believe also... Oh, you did? Yes, you did. Brand new, fresh off the press, you got this. I forgot about this one because it hasn't been tagged yet. So if you don't mind, you might need to come back in a few days. Is that okay? Okay. This is Marilyn in her words, pictures, and music. It comes with a CD with 20 of her classic songs, including Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. And Paige, what I love about this book, and I think you will too, is if you can, let me get a little closer to you, the pictures in the book, are just amazing, amazing pictures. And it's a really, really good book. It's basically about Marilyn Monroe's life. It has a lot of her quotes in it, beautiful pictures, some that were not even published for framing, and it's just a really nice book. And then you get the added bonus of listening to her 20 classic songs on her CD. We're going to need to tag this book and put a library barcode on it. So since the manager is not here today, I'll ask that you come back in a few days. I'll call you when it's ready. And you can take your other books home and your DVDs home. You'll also need a password. When you go home and you want to set up your computer password to renew your books, it's going to be 4 numbers, and they should be numbers that you remember. But other than that, you should be all set. Our DVDs are 2-week rentals, and our books are 10 days. I know that you have obviously a lot of reading that you'd like to do, so unless there's not a hold from another library customer, you can keep those out as long as you renew them accordingly. Do you have any questions about anything? Okay. Yes, we have 2 slots located on the outside of the library. One is for movies, one is for books, one is for audio. Since you're not checking out any CDs today, obviously that's not necessary, but you can see them on your way out. And we also have a whole CD section. We don't have records or audio cassettes, but the CD section, you get, I think, 3 weeks with the CD. And other than that, I think you're all set. So thank you so much for coming into the library today. I hope you enjoy your books and your movies, and we'll see you in a few weeks. If you need anything in the meantime, or you want to know if we have any books or movies, you'd like me to put anything on hold, just let me know, okay? Okay, great. Well, Paige, you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.